Hey, good evening, y'all. Look who's
Hey,
back.
special guest is here tonight.
What's going on, everybody? Um, I'm back for. I'm actually the special guest tonight because my schedule changed, and I can't get on Wednesdays, and I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I miss y'all. Prophetess is still recovering a little bit, but she wanted to push and get on tonight. Since I'm home, I we came on live tonight. But want to thank y'all for y'all support. We appreciate y'all. Keep us lifted in prayer. I'm praying my schedule change in the next few months, so I can get back to doing what I'm doing. Cause I miss y'all.
And I want to say thank you for everybody that has prayed for me. Uh, it's different. This is so different. It's been a journey. And like you said, I'm pushing through, pushing through. First, I was like, I don't know, you just got to do it. Because he came home from me. And I was like, you got to do it. And I was like, no, I'll just do it. He's like, no, I was like, let me just, just gonna push. So I'm pushing. I'm here. I might be a little slow. I feel a little slow right now, but I'm here. That's all I can say. Um, but I missed y'all. I know I'll be in the comments a little bit. I was in the comments, but I
Or
missed y'all.
yelling from the other
Or
room.
yell from the other room. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, but it's okay.
But we want to welcome y'all to the Mac Report. Armand, this is Prophetess Lakeisha or Keisha. Yeah, Prophetess Keisha. We're gonna leave it at that. She might beat me up when we get
Hey, you got the
done.
energy.
But now,
Somebody
y'all.
could probably pluck me and I'm done. I'm good.
But now, y'all. Welcome. We are live and in living color this evening. Um, I'm gonna let you do something real quick so I can share and get us some viewers real quick. You said Romans 12.
Yeah. I mean, we in two different
We in two different
translations. I'm
versions,
sitting here like,
translations.
what is
What is
that?
that? You in the message?
I'm
I'm in the
like, what
King
is
James
that?
at the moment.
So,
Oh, so I'm gonna go in real quick, y'all. I'm listening and talking. What am I doing? I'm touching the
I don't
screen
know
like.
what you're doing. It's
Oh,
not touch screen.
this is not touch screen.
Nah, this is big
It's
touch.
been a minute.
Big B.
But I'm gonna go in and share the broadcast real quick while Prophet is talking for a moment.
All right. So today we're going to come from Romans 12. And I actually wanted to do the whole chapter of Romans. And this is where, oh my goodness. Oh, no, yeah. So this is where Paul, one of the letters Paul had written. And when I look at it, it's like, place your life before God. Um, and placing our life before God is everything, all of who we are, not just some of us, not just the good things. You can do the good, bad, the indifferent, the ugly, whatever you want to call it. Just place your whole life before God. You place your whole life before God, He'll work it out for you. So I'm gonna read just a little bit. So, and I'm coming from the Message Bible. It says, "So here's what I want you to do. God helping you. Take your everyday, ordinary life, your sleeping, your eating, going to work, and walking around life, and place before God as an offering. Embracing what God does for you is the best thing you can do for Him. Don't become so well adjusted to your culture that you fit into it without even thinking. Instead, fix your attention on God. You'll be changed from the inside out. Readily recognize what He wants from you and quickly respond to it. Unlike the culture around you, always dragging you down to its level of immaturity, God brings the best out of you, develops well informed maturity in you. Um, so in those first verses, that was 1 through, seemed like it was 5, but that was verses 1 through 2. Um, So when we get down into it, they focus on God's grace and it's salvation by God's grace through our faith in Jesus, presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice. Not again, not just giving him part of us, but giving him all of us. He know one thing I don't understand why we don't give everything to God, or why we don't or why we try to hide. He sees all. He sees the nook and the cranny. He sees every fiber of our being on the inside. He sees all of that. When we look at people, we can make a facade and be fake in front of everybody because they're looking on the outside. They can't see on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
But God sees everything. So why is it that we try to hide and try to keep stuff away from him? He already know what's there. He know what's there. But are you going to be real with yourself and then be real with him about what's really on the inside of you?
Well, we got to blame our parents, Adam and Eve, our great, 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 great ancestors, Adam and Eve.
That's a lot of great.
Because it's way more than that. But we gotta we gotta blame them because they hid. So and it's because of the shame of sin. So when we do something wrong, we know for a fact. Like I said it last night in life study, we have that feeling in the pit of our stomach, knowing what we did was wrong. And then what happens from there is instead of us really just confessing and fessing up to what we did wrong, we rather try to hide, knowing doggone well that he already know. He knew we was going to make the mistake and do what we did before we did it. But what we try to do is work around it or get away from it. And what it ends up doing to us is making it detrimental to our livelihood at some point because we can't hide forever.
No, because then he asked them in the garden, "Why are you hiding?
What you hiding for?
What are you hiding for?"
I saw you when you did it. So what you hiding for?
We can't hide from it. He knows all. He sees all. Even though we right here, he's omnipresent. So he's everywhere, all the time, everywhere. So why do we think we can hide from God?
Exactly. And my breakdown that I went to on Romans 12, it says it serves as a pivotal transition from theology to practical application, urging believers to offer their bodies as living sacrifices through transformed minds rather than conforming to the world. So what that stands out to me is, and I know I've said it numerous of times, we have to change the way we think. And if we change the way we think and understand that, I believe because God knows us best and he knows that we're going to make mistakes, he allows for those mistakes. That's what repentance is for. That's why we can go to him and ask him to forgive us. That's why we can go to him and tell him and apologize for the mistakes we do. The key after the mistake is what is your response after the mistake? After the repentance, after the apology, what do you do after that? Are you going to go back and continue to do the same thing again? Or are you going to actually try to make an effort to change because you don't want to continue to do the same thing and then add on to that thing more stuff, because now you're asking for forgiveness and it's really for nothing because you continue to go back and do the same thing. So it's a mind thing. It's a mind over matter. It's like going to the gym because I am struggling with this bad right now. Hurt myself in the gym, went down, had to have surgery. So now I have this mental block that's trying to come up of, if I go back to the gym, I'm going to hurt myself. I'm scared I'm going to get hurt. And I keep telling myself, don't worry about it. The Lord got you. But it's like my subconscious is like, I ain't going to say my subconscious. I ain't nobody but Satan because I need to get my weight down and get back in shape because of my age. and I ain't trying to be sick. So it's mind over matter. And that's the way we have to think about our walk with the Lord is it's mind over matter.
Right. And then when in the scripture, when you bring present your bodies as a living sacrifice, it's living sacrifice because we're living and breathing sacrifices. It's not like in the old covenant where they were sacrificing the animals and stuff like that, and the burnt offerings like that, but living sacrifice. So we got to be alive. We can't be dead.
Yeah.
We got to be alive when we give ourselves. It's not about it's not about the things that we do. Just God, he already know. Here is all of me. I'm giving you all of me. And then why not? Because in any given moment, every morning when he breathes a breath of life into us, at any time, he can stop breathing that breath.
That's it right there.
He can stop breathing that breath. So like as the song said, our life is not our own. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have the breath in our bodies. He gave us this breath.
Exactly.
We didn't go out and find it on our own.
Nope.
He didn't give us the air that's out in the atmosphere. None of that stuff. We didn't go out there and make that. He gave it to us.
That's right. And the thing with it is that if we look at it in that manner, it allows us to walk in the light of the Lord and also in his grace. And walking in his grace sets the stage for us moving around and for us living in this world. That's why it says being in the world, but not of the world. So we're required to live in this world because we're not ready for heaven yet.
Right.
And we're on assignment. So as being on assignment, once our assignment's completed, then we're prepared for heaven. But we have work to do while we're here. And if we're supposed to be in this world, but not of the world, we should be living kingdom minded, meaning that our thoughts should be on the thoughts of God and presenting them to the world.
And then when you get into conforming to the world, they're in a what do we call it? They're in a self. I don't want to say dog eat dog world, but it's like self.
But that's what it is. Everything is about me.
Okay. So I was. Yeah.
You was on point.
So it's a me type of thing. It's a me, me first, my way first.
Me.
Like I said, that type of syndrome. That's what it is. But we gotta let that go, and we gotta look at, like I said, we gotta renew our mind. We gotta look at the world through the eyes of God, and then begin to understand what he wants instead of focusing on what we want. Again, going like Elder was talking previously about the perfect will and then the permissive will. Let me read just a little bit further. So going to Romans 12:3, it says, I'm speaking to you out of deep gratitude for all that God has given me, and especially as I have responsibilities in relation to you. Living then, as every one of you does, in pure grace, it's important to not misinterpret yourselves as people who are bringing this goodness to God. No, God brings it all to you. The only accurate way to understand ourselves is by what God is and by what he does for us, not by what we are and what we do for him. Because most of us don't do anything for him. Or we do the bare minimum.
All right.
And look what he does. God keeps his promises. God is always faithful. It's us that breaks the promises, breaks the vow, the covenant, and it's us that walks away. It's us that are not faithful all the time. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. He's always going to be that way. We the one that take our free will in our choice and do the opposite, especially what we know is right. I mean, know is wrong. We go and do it anyway because again, we're back to conforming to the world. It's the me syndrome. It's
And
all about me.
exactly, and it goes back to this portion where you were in verses 1 and 2. Um, it says the living sacrifice. One of the first bullet points is total commitment. Paul at that time was urging, he's still urging us now as Christians to present our bodies as a living sacrifice, as a living and holy sacrifice, which is described as true spiritual worship. So what we have to do in doing that in true spiritual worship is, as you said, we have to give ourselves up.
Mm-hmm.
So in being a living sacrifice, meaning we're living in this world, we're not of this world, but we have sacrificed ourselves to God for him to use us as a tool to draw the people, his children, closer to him.
Mm-hmm.
If we're not living that living sacrifice, or if we're not willing to give up ourselves to go, again, mind over matter. If I'm using myself as an example because I'm the best example I can use. If I'm not willing to get beyond the fear of hurting myself, I will not get in shape, right?
Right.
I need to sacrifice and get away from that thought. A lot of people don't want to give up the world because it's comfortable. It's freedom.
It seemed easy.
And it seemed easy. And they think serving the Lord is hard and boring. And it's not. He allows us to have fun. We laugh and joke all the time. All the time. We have
crazy, y'all. I promise y'all, something wrong with it.
It's really not.
It
but
is.
Anyway, but he allows us to have fun. He didn't say when you get saved and when you start serving me, it's going to be all upright and all postured and this how I want to say it, this well-educated person that looks down their nose at people. No, he allows us to have fun. I believe God, to me, God is a fun God because there's a lot of stuff that happens that I think he does it just to bring joy because he tells us to be joyful, right?
Mm-hmm.
He tells us to have joy in our life. That's one of the fruits of the Spirit, joy. If you look at it, the first three is love, joy, and peace. So if love is the first and joy is the second one, and he tells us to love our neighbor as ourselves, one of the strongest commandments that's one of the things in the Bible that stands out the most. And then,
Okay.
And then having joy is the next thing. Think about it. Joy doesn't come with you just sitting there looking at each other or not seeing something funny and laughing, or not hearing something funny and laughing, or not doing something funny and laughing at yourself. If you trip over something and you know doggone well you shouldn't have tripped, you gonna beat yourself up for it?
I just say, let me laugh first. Give me that opportunity to laugh first if that happens. However, just know if anything happened, I'm gonna laugh first. Make sure you're okay, but I'm guaranteed to laugh at you.
And that's what I believe he gave us life for. And when he says have it more abundantly, he wasn't just speaking of the material things like most people associated with. He was speaking of us having an abundant, full, fun life. Those 12 disciples wasn't all serious. They had fun. I'm quite sure they had fun with Jesus. He couldn't be. We can't be serious all the time because people won't take us serious if we're serious all the time. They'll think something wrong with us because he didn't design us that way.
And then we wouldn't be like relatable. It's like you said, you just arrogant, like you haven't been through nothing. You can't be relatable. I'd rather have somebody that I can relate to. I'd rather have somebody that is what we call down to earth, as far as in attitude. But there is freedom. Again, there's freedom in God. There's freedom. There's liberty. There's freedom. Freedom to love. There was another song where I'm free to dance. I'm free to live. There's freedom in God. So why, when we come over to God, we got to be all.
Because people,
There are times that you do have to be serious.
yeah,
Understand, but if we wasn't to have fun or anything like that, take all your TVs out your house.
don't look at your phone.
Take all the music out. Don't listen to nothing.
Turn your social
Just
media
sit
accounts
here
off.
and look at the four walls.
Because think about this. What did they have to do to entertain themselves back then? They didn't just sit around reading the Bible all the time. Them guys on there fishing, on them boats fishing, had fun with each other because they had to work with each other.
Well, wait a minute. We can go back to the wedding. There was the reception. So why
They was having
they were
fun.
having fun?
And when they ran out of the drink, which was wine, they went and Mary asked Jesus to, hey, can you refill that? And I don't believe that they were necessarily getting drunk, because I don't think God would allow Jesus to turn the water into wine. I believe they were just enjoying themselves. And don't go out here saying elder and prophetess said anything. I'm just saying, because you on the show. You know how people do.
All, my mouth was shut.
No, your mouth was shut. But you know how people do. They'll be talking about some, what prophets and elders said we could drink. No, I'm not telling you to do that.
I say
That
go
ain't
run
for
it
everybody.
back. Replay
this, because we didn't say that. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying, when you was talking about the fun part, they had fun. They enjoyed themselves. They didn't have little get parties and music playing just to sit around and look at each other. And the word I was looking for is being pompous.
God, I thought about that.
When you in that mindset of I don't have fun, I'm you become. Don't nobody want to be around nobody like that. I don't care who you are, related to me or not. I don't want to be around you and you like that. Let's have some fun. Let's enjoy each other. Let's have a laugh that hurts our side because it's that funny. I understand. I understand. But then also looking at it, like you said, sometimes we have to be serious. And I can't think of the verse right now because it's in my head, but I can't think of it. There's a time and place for everything. There's a time for pain. There's a time for joy. There's a time for war. There's a time for even murder. It says it's in the Bible. There's a time for peace. There's a time for war. There's a time to be born. There's a time to die. There's a time for everything that we're supposed to go through. And being that joy is one of the main things that stand out in the fruits of the Spirit, and is mentioned many times in the Bible, we need to adhere to that. Mm-hmm. We need to adhere to that. Love yourself. And it starts with yourself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But it starts with yourself. You gotta love yourself. Sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and laugh at yourself. It's gonna happen.
Like, why did you do it?
What you do that for? Like, again, here I'm using myself as an example. A couple of weeks ago, I went in and I shaved my face, lined my face up and everything, and it was before service. And one side of my mustache was wrong, and I'm like, okay, let me fix it. And when I fixed it, one side was too thin, so I had to go fix it, and I had a little piece up here that was kind of thick. So Prophetess looked at me like I was crazy, and I'm like, what? She said, what in the world did you do to your mustache? So I went in and I thinned it out. But then I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my. Everybody thought I cut my mustache off. My daughter I was on the phone with her and she thought I cut my beard off. And I'm sitting here laughing at myself. I'm like, I really must have jacked myself up today. It's time because everybody people at work looking at me talking about, you cut your mustache off? I'm like, no, it's still there. But it was so thin you couldn't see it. It's back now though, which I'm good. I'm gonna make sure I don't mess that up again because I look funny. It looked like my upper lip was naked, and that's weird to me. But anyway, but that's just what I mean by having joy with yourself, enjoying yourself, enjoying the people you're around, and just having fun in the Lord. Again, if it wasn't meant, it wouldn't be put out there. Like I told our class last night at church, our Bible is our blueprint to life. It's our user manual of life, and everything that we need is in there. If we just jump in there and really take it in and get an understanding. God did not create us to be boring, unfun. Yes, I made up a word. People. Go ahead.
All right. Unfun.
Unfun. Yep.
So we're gonna go to still in Romans 12. I'm gonna go to verse 4, and I'm gonna go through this just a little bit, speed up a little bit. But it says, "In this way, we are like the various parts of a human body. Each part gets its meaning from the body as a whole." Again, I'm coming from the Message Bible. Nor not the other way around. The body we're talking about is Christ's body of chosen people. Each of us finds our meaning and function as a part of his body, but as a chopped off finger or cut off toe, we wouldn't amount to much, would we? So, since we find ourselves fashioned into all these excellently formed and marvelously functioning parts in Christ's body, let us just go ahead and be what we were made to be, without enviously or pridefully comparing ourselves with each other or trying to be something we are not.
Ooh.
Be who God made you to be. Be who God created you to be. Don't go out here. I remember that song. What's it? Russell Simmons' son called "Copy Paste Me." We don't be no copy and paste people. Don't be no copy and paste people. Don't try to copy what somebody else does, because the way God gives you to operate is definitely unique. Sometimes it may seem like it's similar. People are similar to other people, but still there is a uniqueness about that individual versus the other person.
That's right.
So don't try to be somebody that you have. Be who God called you to be. If he called you to be a hand to help and outreach, be that hand. Don't be over here trying to be the eyes look. Well, I always look, but don't be trying to be the toe trying to. I don't want to say that. Don't try to be the arm. Let somebody else be the arm while you are being the hand. You know what I'm saying? Don't be over here trying to be what I want to say. Now, let me leave that one alone.
I'm gonna say it for you. Can I say it?
What do you think I was here to say?
I don't know, but can I say what I was gonna
say? What?
If you ain't called to an office to be something, be who the Lord calls you to be. If you supposed to be the usher, quit trying to be the pastor. If you ain't supposed to lead, don't lead.
I want to get.
I mean, it's.
I was getting ready to go there.
Oh, it's just.
I don't get it.
It's just too many people trying to be something that they're not, and not enough Indians.
Because everybody trying to do everybody. If you're trying to do everybody else's job, who's gonna do the job you're supposed to be doing?
If you really believe in the Lord and you're supposed to. Cannot go in some church and try to change it, run it. If you started out with them and they're the pastor and you're there to assist them, it's not your job to do their job. Let them have their moment like the Lord has given it to them. And if your turn comes up and is your turn, then you do what you need to do. That's when you go into that form, because now you have the office. But if you, now I'm not going to go there. Thank you, Holy Spirit. If you ain't supposed to do something, don't do it. Let the person that's supposed to be doing it do it. I put it like that. I'm not going to go into titles and names and stuff like that. We're going to leave that alone.
All right. And also part of 6, it says, a little bit. It said, okay, so going back to be who you were supposed to be, who you were made to be. If you preach, just preach God's message, nothing else. If you help, just help. Don't take over. If you teach, stick with your teaching. If you give encouraging guidance, be careful that you don't get bossy. If you're put in charge, If you give encouraging guidance, be careful that you don't get bossy.
Man.
If you're put in charge, don't manipulate. If you're called to give aid to people in distress, keep your eyes open and be quick to respond. If you work with a disadvantage, don't let yourself get irritated with them or depressed by them. Keep a smile on your face. If you work with this the disadvantage, don't let yourself get irritated with them or depressed. Keep a smile on your face.
What verses was that?
Uh, this what I did was like 6b through 8.
Okay. And see, my breakdown here says verses 6 through 8. Spiritual gifts, prophecy, service, teaching, encouragement, contributing, leadership, and mercy should be used diligently and according to grace, not for personal ambition. And that's where a lot of times we get in trouble. We get the title, we get the ability to do certain things, and we get freedom to do what we need to do, and we do it for our own personal ambition. Just because we have it. We cannot be in church beating up on people verbally. We cannot be in church being a dictator when we're supposed to lead by example. We're servants. We become servants when we get into leadership, or you're just getting in ministry, period. We become servants.
Everybody don't see it like
that. And that's the problem. That's what for me, that's what the problem with the church is now, is people are not serving. And because the title was given, people can get the title. And don't get me wrong, the Lord can use anybody. But if you 20 years old and you ain't never preached a message, you ain't had, because an apostle does what? What does an apostle do? Say it again.
No churches.
So how you 20 years old and you're an apostle? You ain't even had an opportunity to experience your life, but you have the title of apostle because you wanted to get it and somebody wanted to give it to you. Or you paid for it. It just doesn't work like that. It's work that you have to do. That's why the Bible expressly teaches that faith without works is dead. Meaning that if you don't put no work behind your faith or work behind your actions, then you're doing it for nothing. You're just there. And a lot of these people get the titles, and don't get me wrong. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing titles. I'm not beating anybody up, because the Lord can use anybody, and he will put anybody in the office of whatever it is if he wants to see fit. But I'm speaking of the people that have gone out here and bought it. The people have gone out here and self-appointed themselves, and God ain't did it. The people that have gone out here and manipulated their way in to get it, and then bash the person that did it. That is what this is talking about, personal ambition. We have to not do that, because if we do it, then it's taken away from the presence of God and putting the light on us. Mm-hmm. And the light is never supposed to be on us. Does he allow us to shine in certain things that we do? Of course. Because we're doing it the way he said do it. And he's going to shine the light on us. But it's not going to be a light that takes away from him. Absolutely. He lets us get out there and enjoy what we're doing. He lets us get out there and people and allow the compliments to come through. But the thing is that also, if it's not in this chapter, it's in one of them chapters where it says don't get the big head in doing what you're doing. And that's coming from the Message Bible. It says don't get the big head. Mm-hmm. In other words, don't get in your own way and mess yourself up and miss your blessing because you're doing things for personal ambition. We shouldn't be hirelings when it comes to serving God. Mm-hmm. Are there some? Yes, that's their portion. But we shouldn't become hirelings, because when you become hirelings, that means that somebody can fire you from the position you said the Lord gave you. Period.
And they'll be fine with it, and they go find somebody else. And they go,
exactly. They'll replace you with somebody else. The key is not being replaced. The key is finishing your good work and reaping the benefits of completing that good work, which means your reward is in heaven. So usually if you finish your work and your assignment is up, that means you're getting ready to go be with your father. It's the part of the cycle that we go through. Some finish early, some have longevity with it. Everybody's not meant to live 100, 110, 115 years. It's just part of the cycle that we live in. Everybody's not meant to live that. But the key is doing your good work here so that your work can reflect when you get to that, when we get to judgment and the Lord looks and says, okay, is your good going to outweigh your bad? What did you do over here that you can answer for that outweighs what you did over here in the bad? Yeah, I'm going to ask you, did you do this? If you confess to it, by all means. But if your good outweighs what you did that was wrong, and you've asked for repentance for the wrong, he throws it into what? The sea of forgiveness. So he going to forget about it. He don't forgot about it. We're the ones that harp on it. Okay. I'm sorry.
Go back in verse 9. It says, love from the center of who you are. Don't fake it. Run for dear life from evil. Hold on for dear life to good. Be good friends who love deeply. Practice playing second fiddle. Don't burn out. Keep yourselves fueled aflame. Be alert servants of the master, cheerfully expected. Don't quit in hard times. Pray all the harder. Don't quit in hard times. Pray all the harder.
Message.
Touch base.
I
ain't quit.
I didn't say you quit. I
know.
didn't say you quit. I'm just saying that's a message.
Help needy Christians.
Mm-hmm.
Be inventive in hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
Bless your enemies. No cursing under your breath.
Say it again. Say that one more time.
Bless your enemies. No cursing under your breath.
Ooh.
Laugh with your happy friends when they're happy.
Say what?
We're talking about
we just talking about that.
Be happy. Share tears when they're down. Get along with each other. Don't be stuck up. Make friends with nobodies. Don't be the great somebody.
Ooh.
Verse 17, don't hit back. Discover beauty in everyone. If you got it in you, get along with everybody. Don't insist on getting even. That's not for you to do. Because I believe it said vengeance is mine.
And be still and see God's salvation.
It says, I'll do the judging, says God. I'll take care of it. Verse 20 and 21 says, our scriptures tell us that if you see your enemy hungry, go buy that person lunch. Or if he's thirsty, give him a drink. Your generosity will surprise him with goodness. Don't let evil get the best of you. Get the best of evil by doing good.
And I'm going to go to something that you just said. By you saying you see your enemy hungry, go get them something to eat. One thing that my dad taught us, and he stood on this, is one, biblical, resist your enemies and flee, meaning get away from them, don't argue with them, don't fight with them. But at the same time, he said the way that you pound your enemies is by being nice. You're pouring hot coals on their head by being nice. Because in their mind, they're thinking, I'm doing all this to this person, and they're still being nice to me. And it makes them think. And I stand by that because, you know, when you go through stuff and you experience those enemies and you see how the Lord works, he tells you to be still and see his salvation. Vengeance is his. He going to take care of it. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Mm-hmm. You keep doing what you're doing and I'll take care of it. Because as soon as we try to take it in our own hands, what happens is we take it out of God's hands. And what it does is limit him on what he can do to resolve the situation, which can cause it to be, it can cause the problem to be extended versus extinguished like he wanted to be. Because he don't want us to come out of character. Why do you think he told Was it Peter? Yeah, he told Peter not. He told him he was wrong for cutting that guard's ear off.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't have did that. That was wrong. And then he put the guard's ear back on, which made the guard become a believer. We have to think in that same mindset. Do not get your hands dirty. Turn it over to the Lord and let Him handle it. He'll take care of them like in the manner He wants to, not the manner we ask, because we have to be mindful of what we say. Because if you're a child of God and you say, Lord, take care of them, you ain't got no saying what He gonna do. Lord, please take care of them, because they pulled me and then something happened to them.
Lord have mercy on him.
Lord have mercy, because who's to say what He's gonna do? Because think about David and his enemies. He asked the Lord to take care of his enemies. What did he do? He took care of his enemies. we just got to be mindful and careful of what we say that comes out of our mouths, and we're not to have vengeance against people, because vengeance is the Lord's, and He's going to take care of his children. He's going to take care of his babies. Oh, you want me to keep talking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
It's all good. But that's one of the things that we I mean, honestly, that's what gets us in trouble a lot, is our mouths and our thoughts, because both of those things have to go out and do what they said do, especially if you ponder on something. That's why people get convicted of, premeditated murder, because they sat there and thought about it. They put it on paper and planned the whole thing out, and then went out and did it. And then when they get caught, they plead not guilty. Man, you got a whole manifesto of what you was doing, and you thought you was going to get away with it?
Or even if you didn't, whatever you set out to do maliciously, if you didn't write it down, you thought it and you actually did it.
You acted on it.
You acted on it. So, and then, thoughts are things.
Yeah.
So it got to go out and do. That's spiritual law.
And if you think about this, and a lot of people don't think about this. If you went out and did it and you never get caught by man, think about who still saw you do it.
Going back to earlier, we can try to hide all we want to. We can hide from people. But God knows what's on the inside. He sees it.
Mm-hmm.
He saw it.
Because
we can't be fake about it. That's who we can trick people. We can't trick God.
Nope. And the thing about it is just because you think you got away with it, don't mean you got away with it.
Like, okay, didn't nothing happen. He didn't see me. I'm good. But it didn't come now.
Man, it might come later. Yes.
Like.
And here's the key. And I really believe this. He allows for us to make the mistakes that we make. One, because we have the freedom of choice, which is free will. But the thing is after we make the mistake, do we really repent and ask for forgiveness and not do it again? It's like a person. I'm not going to go to the murder side. A person robbing the bank. They get away with that one bank robbery that they thought they got away with, because technically they really didn't. They go do it again. Then it becomes a serial thing because it becomes repetitive. Then they get so arrogant that they mess up and get caught. Now they got to answer for the past things that they did, when honestly, I believe the Lord was hiding them at that point in time. And I believe if some of them would have turned their lives over to the Lord and truly repented for it, they wouldn't have done it again. But because we allow that rascal Satan and him and his little army of fools to get in our head and trick us into thinking that we got away with it. I'll go back and do it again. You know about screw tape letters.
Yeah, but I mean, but even then too, it wouldn't be. Sometime I wouldn't even put it all on him because
I was going to go there next.
right. You have the choice. You know what's right and what's wrong. You know it. As I said earlier, we know what is wrong, but we bypass what is wrong because we doing, like you said, want to do personal gain. We want for ourselves, and then we go and do it. So we override. The Holy Spirit is convicted. You shouldn't do that. It was one time we went somewhere, and it was like we shouldn't go. We shouldn't go. We know we shouldn't go. Wasn't nowhere bad. But it was like we know we shouldn't have gone. So we thought, when was that with Pookie?
Oh.
So we thought, okay, we don't go. We went ahead and we went. We parked in a well-lit spot. There was nothing that you could see.
Right under the light.
There was nothing that you could see from looking in the vehicle. We come out, stuff was stolen out the car.
Car broke into.
And it's like, we knew we shouldn't have went. We knew we shouldn't have went, but we overrode that. So we knew that was the choice that we made.
Because we wanted to do.
Because this is what we wanted to do.
Yep.
Went all along. He was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Just like Elder, he talked earlier, probably previously and during life study, going to the dealership, get some work done on the vehicle we already had. They come in. Hey, what about this? What about this? Wasn't nothing wrong with the vehicle we had, just getting a little work on. I think maybe a tune-up, oil change or something. And they come, hey, what you think about this? I knew we shouldn't. It took them about almost 2 hours.
It was right about 2 hours.
Right about 2 hours. Him and our daughter was trying to, Mama, we can do it. Mama, baby, we can do this. It was in me. No, we shouldn't do it. We shouldn't do it. But look how long it took. It took almost 2 hours. And I gave in, knowing that we shouldn't, because if I said no, would it have gotten done? We wouldn't have got it. Then if we hadn't got it, we wouldn't have been in a position where 6 months later, what was going to help cover that vehicle payment, you wouldn't have lost the job.
Yep, that was the Lord.
Our choice gets us, our free will gets us in trouble a lot.
Yep.
And we got to stop bypassing what the Lord wants for us. And then he said you can have, but it's in his timing. Remember, it's in his timing. It's not our timing. And it may be something that's similar, may not be exactly what you want. I mean, what, you see, but when it's right and when God is behind it, it goes 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
And when you know when it goes 1, 2, 3, and you get into specifics. There was one particular vehicle. I don't know what it was, but just the smallest thing. I wanted my windshield wipers to go a certain way. Ain't paid attention to windshield wipers and how they work in the rain and ain't really paid no attention, but I wanted it to go a certain way. And when I got this vehicle, it went 1, 2, 3. And what I wanted, again, something so small, is what I asked for. Is what I wanted. That was a desire.
But he gives us the desires of our heart. And if we do it the way he wants us to do it, which is serving him in spirit and in truth, and then really living this human life out the way he wants us to, again, I really believe he allows room for mistakes, knowing that we are going to make mistakes, being born in sin nature, and we sin. Everyone, has sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So when we sin and fall short of the glory of God, what happens is that means we're going to make mistakes, right? So if he gives us room for mistakes and we try to work it out to fix it properly and do it the way he says do it, which is part, repenting and allow him to handle our problems, why wouldn't he give us the desires of our heart? Again, that's something that's really small and minor, but it was a desire of your heart. He knew. So I look at what we asked him for as far as a place. We have everything we want, and he's allowing us to add things, but it's the desires of our heart. And I know our next place will be greater because that's what we want. That's what, and he's going to bless us with that. But we have to do our part. He ain't gonna just give it to us because okay, I want this. No. Or can I have this? No. What are you gonna do to show me that you're deserving of this? Same way we do our children. What are you gonna do to show me that you're deserving of getting those new shoes? Or what are you gonna do to show me that you're deserving of doing this or going here, going there?
What we're gonna do is seek ye first
the kingdom of God,
and all that other stuff will be added.
Yep. Everything else comes after you do that. That's why we got to keep him first.
So just in recapping on Romans 12, it's presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice. It's being transformed by the renewing of our mind. Being who we were made to be. So again, we shouldn't think of ourselves more highly than we ought to think. Understand who you are in God. Don't get so high-minded, because you put yourself on that horse, he'll knock you down, and then he come through your night.
He was getting ready to kill
him, take his head off.
And that donkey, it was like, the donkey stopped and he beating the donkey. Why you ain't going? And the Lord said, okay, you ain't gonna pay attention to what the animal says, so I'm gonna let the animal talk to you. And fool, look here. It's the angel right here about to kill you.
Like, this is not Dr. Doolittle.
And you beating me. You beating me because I stopped. I'm saying I just saved your life.
Just saved your life.
But think about this. Looking at that, how many times has God done that for us? How many times has the Holy Spirit stopped us and we mad because we couldn't? And then when we think about it, we find out what happened afterwards, where we were supposed to go or where we were planning to go. Something happened, and then we like, oh, so that's why I wasn't supposed to be there. They say hindsight is always 20/20, which is true because we look at it in a different lens. It's perfect. At that point in time, it makes perfect sense. But when it's happening, we don't understand why. It's the Lord keeping us from getting into trouble or possibly losing our lives. It's been plenty of times where I was supposed to go somewhere and I was redirected somewhere else, and I look at the news or find out from a friend or something like that something happened. So-and-so got killed. There was plenty of times growing up in the neighborhood I grew up in. I go in the house and all of a sudden I hear rapid gunfire. Go back outside or the next day hear about something and it was right there where I was. So I know there ain't nobody but the Lord. And he gonna look out for us every time.
Also, remember, we all have different gifts and strengths. There's no better or worse, greater than or less than. We are to let love be genuine. Let it be real. Don't be fake about it. Let go of what is evil and hold on to what is good. We must do it. We must let go of evil in a way that shows the motivation for true love for that person or someone else. It doesn't mean that because someone has, acted or spoken or done something, that it's okay for us to call that out in a dishonorable or tactless way.
That's true.
Do it in love. If we're gonna correct, do it in love. Make sure it's in love and make sure it's genuine.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes people can be sarcastic or just try to do stuff, being funny, as we say, when we come in trying to correct. Love one another with brotherly affection. Love is to be active and evident. It's an action word. And if you say you love me, I should be able to see it, not
right.
just hear it. I need to be able to see it. Like they say, your actions speak louder than your words. And don't try to outdo people.
Man.
But if you do try to outdo somebody, try to outdo and show an honor to them.
Well, and the thing is that we should try to outdo ourselves. And what I mean by that is once we accomplish something, we should try to outdo ourselves. When we're working with somebody, like you said, outdo them by honoring them. Give them their honor and their respect.
That really should be the only argument we ever got.
True. But we don't
think about that. I'm loving and honoring you so much. Okay, you done did this. Now you got to try to top that. Like one of our anniversaries, I got you.
Yeah, I owe you still.
And he still ain't figured it out yet. So we try to outdo. That's just how we are. When we show our love and stuff, and we do for each other, we try to outdo each other. He ain't gotten back yet, so I'm still on top. But he still tried.
It's a healthy competition. No, wait a minute. I did get you. Hold on. I got you back. That thing you wear on your finger.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. I can go. I'm looking at it right now. I'll go over there and get it.
I don't think it's not.
It's right there. No, well, that's not it. That's
not it.
Well, it's close to it. Okay,
but
so it's in the room.
But you see how we do? Like, I got to get up one. I got to one up you on this one. So, like, when we just took a trip, like, you got to do the next one. But I don't know. But you got to do the next one. So it's like that's how we should try to outdo each other.
Yeah, and that
should be the only. That should be the only argument that we have. Well, why you didn't let me do this? Cause I don't know. Well, when you say, well, why you didn't let me do? That's the only argument we really should have.
And that's because you're showing the love in the process of honoring the other person. Because one thing that we have to make sure we do. It's three things that stands out to me in our transformation, community, and practical ethics. All of them lead back to God. And when we're showing each other love, we're leading ourselves back to God because He's going to one up us every time we try. He's going to one up us all the time. That's a given.
So and that should be when God do stuff, people be mad and fussing at Him. Like, what you mad and fussing at God for? We should be like, again, to me, the only argument is like, God, we can never be God given. That's just it. But it'd be like, God, why you do that? Why now gotta try? But we can't. But it's just like.
But I think a lot of their arguments come from they don't understand why He did the way He did it. So, for instance, I'm going to go to death for real quick. Somebody going through something. I can just use Dad as an example. We didn't want him to suffer. We didn't want him to go through that. But a lot of people question why the Lord had to take somebody when He did. It ain't up to us. We may feel like they're gone too soon, but their assignment was done.
Everybody
has a time. And we don't want people to suffer, but we don't want to release them to God.
Even if they didn't suffer, like we talk about that, let's just say, like the newborn.
Yeah.
They come and He takes them back home then. Or before they even get here, He takes them back home. But in that, what do we get out of that? Sometimes for me, it brings families closer.
Yep. It serves its purpose.
whatever may be going on, or what may go on down the line that we don't see, it brought us closer. It makes us stronger as a unit. But just love,
Love. The key is love.
love.
The key is love. Because it says your authentic love is shown through service, patience, and non-retaliation.
Mhm.
It's authentic, agape love,
Mhm.
unconditional love,
It may
and that's
say,
real love.
"Yeah."
No, not the right platform.
But it's
But yeah, so man, that was a good show. It's time. It's that time. So basically, what my Bible was saying. Sorry.
He moving too much, y'all.
What my Bible was saying about Romans chapter 12 is Christian living. And that's how we're supposed to live. In love and peace and harmony, not gloating, not self. Hey, good evening, Apostle. Not gloating, not in self, not living in self, not the I, me syndrome. Everything is about me. We're supposed to have a loving community and not be retaliating against people who try to come against us, because it's going to happen sometimes. So let them have their just due and let the Lord handle it. And pour hot coals on their head by loving them.
Sorry. If I hold my peace,
And let them. What was you getting ready to say?
Fight my battles, victory shall be mine.
All right,
Y'all.
y'all.
Say it might be, but it said it shall be. So that means it is.
It is. It's already done.
It may be mine, or it might be mine. It is mine. And we had victory when he went down and got the keys.
Look.
From the beginning. In the beginning. Whatever. We got the victory.
And remember, don't let this thing right here get you in trouble.
Exactly.
But that concludes our show for tonight.
Thank y'all for tuning in. It's good to be back. Y'all still pray for me, because I still have some challenges, but I pushed through tonight. It was very hard. Even right before we got on, it just was like, I'm going down here. I feel so slow right now, y'all. I ain't slow like that, but I don't think I like that. I feel, yeah. But I'm pushing. So y'all pray my strength. Keep me again in your prayers. I'm gonna continue to pray for y'all. At some point, this elder will be back.
Yeah, while my schedule is still like it is, I'll pop in every now and then.
But I was still on the sideline, like either in the chat or yelling from the
other room. But yeah, we thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Just keep us lifted in prayer as we keep on pushing through. We're gonna keep on pushing. Like I said, I'll pop in every once in a while. Right now, my schedule doesn't permit me to always be on, but I had to come home this evening to check on my baby.
Aww.
So she's doing okay right now. But
as long as he be still.
Yeah, as long as I be still, I'll keep moving. So I'm gonna be still while we get ready to close out the show. So like I said, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back together on this show on the platform soon. You'll probably be hearing from Prophetess more often than me right now. Okay. But it's all right. We're going to be good. It's just her turn to be able to push it for a minute, like I did for the past couple of months. I'm all good. I miss y'all, though. So we'll talk with y'all later. Thank you for joining us. This is the Mac Report. See y'all soon. Well, before we go, don't cut off yet. Sunday, if you're in Chicago area, 449 East 111th Street, Chicago, Illinois, Chief Apostle Jennifer Davis at In God's Time International Outreach Ministries. Their service started at 10 a.m. If you're in the Norfolk area, that's 10 a.m. Central for In God's Time. If you're in the Norfolk area, come and hang out with us at Zion Word Restoration. Our pastor is Superintendent Jasper Willis. Our First Lady is Lady Cookie Willis. Come and join us 10 a.m. You can join all of our platforms online on Facebook or even on YouTube. With Chief Apostle Davis, you can pick it up on Roku. And then if you're in Kansas City, 10 a.m. And Chief Apostle's 12 a.m. I said 10 a.m. Maybe it's about to be a time change, but her service starts at 12 a.m. 12 p.m. I can't talk. Let me slow down. And then, if you're in Kansas City, service time is at 10 a.m. at Full Armor of God Apostolic Outreach International Ministries. I think I said that right. I might have said the Apostolic. I always get it backwards, but they're at 8448 floor. That is Apostle Charles and Apostle Latonda McDonald. Join them if you're in the Kansas City area. Again, we love y'all. We thank y'all for joining us. We thank y'all for the feedback. Continue to like, share, and remember, keep God first. Amen.
Love you all.